Money, it seems like it's just a tool, something to pay with, to save, or to invest. But money is never just about money. It's actually a mirror. And when you look at where your money goes each month, what you buy, where you invest, you don't just see your expenses. You also see your beliefs, your habits, and your values. And today, we're going to talk about it from a different angle. Not about how to make money or where to invest, but about what money says about you. Because once you understand that, your entire financial journey becomes more conscious, more peaceful, and much more enjoyable. I'm Valo Arome, and you're watching the Starfish Academy channel, where every week we share lessons with you on money, investing, and entrepreneurship. If these topics resonate with you, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on our next videos. If you had an unlimited income today, what would you do differently? Would you buy more of the things you've been putting off? Maybe you'd take some time off instead. You'd rest, travel, or simply be a little more present for yourself. Maybe you'd start giving more, helping your loved ones. Maybe you'd support a good cause or fulfill a dream you've never even dared to say out loud. But maybe what would happen is you wouldn't even know what you want. You'd have more money, sure, but inside you'd still feel that same uncertainty and confusion. Money doesn't just bring our dreams to the surface. Money also reveals what we're hiding inside ourselves. Often, maybe not consciously, but again and again, it comes to the surface, so to speak. It's fear, the fear of poverty, that at any moment it could all disappear. The fear that we're not good enough to have something like that at all. The fear that maybe we don't even deserve better, or that strange subconscious fear that if money comes, it might just disappear right away, as if it wasn't really meant for us. And that's the paradox of money. We think it will solve everything, but in reality, it just brings to light what's already inside of us. For a moment, look back at your childhood, for example, to the time when you first saw how the adults around you handled money. What was the atmosphere like when money was discussed? Was money even talked about at all? And think about the phrases you often heard as a child. We don't have money for that. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money only comes from hard work. Rich people are selfish, or maybe we don't talk about money. At the time, those sentences might have just seemed like adult talk, something that was just a part of life. But over time, they became what you deep down started to believe. And those beliefs turned into patterns. Patterns that you might not even notice, but which guide your money-related decisions even today, as an adult. If you were raised in an environment where money was always scarce, you might have been left with the feeling that money is something you must constantly fear losing. If you saw that money only came from hard physical labor, you might have developed a subconscious conviction that money only comes from hard work, and any slightly easier way seems like a fraud to you. And if someone in the family called the rich greedy, then maybe you still believe today that too much money also makes you a worse person. And what happens then? You might even unconsciously sabotage your own financial success. You might subconsciously avoid opportunities, procrastinate on investing, spend what you could be saving because deep down there's this feeling that things shouldn't actually be going too well for me. Or you might work twice as hard, not because you enjoy the work, but because you simply don't believe that money could also come smartly, more easily, and systematically. These beliefs, which you may have never even articulated to yourself, are like a subconscious program that tells you that you have to work harder or that you're not allowed to want more. But the good news is that if you can notice these patterns, you can also change them. Because beliefs are not set in stone. They are stories we've gotten used to believing and which we can consciously rewrite. If you can ask yourself, does this belief help me or does it limit me? Then you take the first step toward financial freedom, which isn't just based on numbers, but also on self-awareness. Money also speaks to your values. Do you spend more on experiences or do you spend on things? Do you donate to others, for example? Do you invest only in yourself or in others as well? For example, look at your expenses from the last month and ask yourself, is the way I use my money in line with what I believe about myself? Am I funding the life I actually want or just satisfying momentary emotions? Here's a simple exercise. Take a piece of paper, divide it in two, and on one side write what I believe about money, and on the other side, what I would like money to enable for me. And now, compare them. Do they align or is there a contradiction? If you want financial freedom but believe it's unattainable, then this internal conflict is actually what's holding you in place. Self-awareness is the foundation of financial freedom, and money doesn't change us. Rather, money amplifies what is already there. If you are generous, money makes you more generous. If you are fearful, money makes you even more anxious. If you are conscious, then money becomes your tool, not your master. And that's precisely why every investment journey should begin not just with opening accounts, but with looking inside yourself. What do I believe? What do I want? What do I even value? And when you have that clarity, then every saving, every investment, every expense has a certain meaning. If this video made you pause and think for a moment, then it's already more valuable than any stock tip. Money is a tool, but you are the one who decides what to use it for. If you want more videos where we talk about money honestly, based on experience and simply, then hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.